Capital planning. I really do believe it's a good idea to have a multi-year capital plan put together so that you can start to plan for how you're going to finance, how you're going to, pay for these projects. Useful lives, wish lists, upgrades, really keeping the value of your property up is important. And again, it's all about being realistic and planning. You might have someone say your roof warranty is up X year, but if you have someone look at it and it might have a longer life expectancy, then sure, you might have longer to plan for that future. Avi, I think you knew there were some different options on how to fund these kind of things, if you want to hit on that.
Sure can. I definitely can. The idea of a capital plan is important to have in your pocket, because what happens is I've seen I get questions from buildings. Hey, our mortgage is due. So just as a background, most co-op mortgages are set to a 10-year life. So it gives the buildings the opportunity every 10 years to refinance and look at, take out funds for projects or not, or just, refinance at a better rate. But usually it's a funding vehicle to refinance its mortgage. So a lot of buildings have been taking advantage of the low rates now to refinance. So while they're doing it, they don't have any projects, on the plate. But so they say, how much should we take out? As if it's like a slush fund, the monopoly money, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 5 million. So the only way to answer that question is well, what do you have coming up in the next 10 years? Let's say you refinance today on August 17th, 2021, and this is going to mature in 2031. But and you can't refinance in the middle because there might be a prepayment penalty. For those of you that are not familiar, most commercial mortgages are set up in a way, co-ops as well, that if you prepay the mortgage before the term, there's a penalty, and could be a heavy penalty, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And so you don't want to put yourself in a position where you only take out, let's say, $1 million, and then you need $3 million 2 years later. So now you're paying $100,000 penalty and closing costs. So having the plan, the capital plan of what needs to be done, roof, we did the roof 20 years ago. So it's probably like Megan said, yeah, we have a warranty for another 20 years, but it might go, the engineer might say it's going to go in 10 years. So having those figures available to you, so that this way you can make an informed decision and to take out how much you need, really is one of the important reasons to have a plan. On the flip side, I had a building go from a $2 million mortgage to a $9 million mortgage. At the annual meeting, the shareholders wisely asked, "Hello, board, why did you take out all that extra money?" "Oh, we have some projects coming up in the next." Do you have 6 million, or I think it was $6 million after closing costs? You have $6 million of proceeds. Of work. Well, they didn't have a good answer. You have secondhand embarrassment sitting there in the crowd listening to this happening, because you're like, well, if you didn't just treat the mortgage as a slush fund or monopoly money, you could have made an informed decision and taken out what you needed. It could have been only 5 million, 4 million. So that's the idea. So you have the plan gives you that opportunity to take out the funding that you need, the financing, to make an informed decision.